Hello students, what do you see here? Different types of blood cells. Blood is a red colored fluid. The fluid part is called plasma. In the plasma remains different types of cells. These are of three types: red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. White blood cells again can be divided into two types: granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes have granular cytoplasm. And these are of three types: neutrophil, eosinophil and basophil. They have lobed nucleus also. Agranulocytes are of two types: lymphocyte and monocyte. Blood is a type of connective tissue. Yes, today we are going to start connective tissue. First, the features. The cells of connective tissue are loosely spaced and embedded in an intercellular matrix. So, cells are loosely spaced and embedded in an intercellular matrix. Matrix means holding substance which holds the cells. The matrix may be jelly-like, fluid, dense or rigid depending on what type of function it performs. Blood has a fluid matrix called plasma in which blood cells are embedded. Blood cells are of three types: red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. The plasma contains proteins, salts and hormones. Blood flows and transports gases, respiratory gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, digested food, hormones and waste materials to different parts of the body. Another connective tissue is bone. It forms the framework that supports the body. So it forms the framework that supports the body. It also anchors the muscles and supports the main organs of the body. It protects the delicate organs of our body. It is a strong and non-flexible tissue. It is strong and non-flexible tissue. Bone cells are embedded in a hard matrix. So this matrix is hard and it is composed of calcium and phosphorus compounds. Okay. Compact bone. See, I have drawn some concentric rings. Actually, this is the matrix of the bone. And here you see, these are the cells. In this matrix, these are the cells which are present. See, these slender structures which are coming out, these black structures. So these are called the osteocytes. And over here, this portion that is called the Haversian canal. Haversian canal, here with blue and red I have drawn this canal which contains the blood vessels, lymph vessels and even nerves. So it is arranged in this matrix is arranged in concentric rings in that the cells are present. Two bones can be connected to each other by another type of connective tissue called the ligament. So another connective tissue called ligament. This tissue is very elastic. It has considerable strength. Ligaments contain very little matrix. They contain very little matrix. Tendons connect bones to muscles and are another type of connective tissue. So another type of connective tissue is tendons. Tendons are fibrous tissue with great strength but limited flexibility. Another type of connective tissue, cartilage, has widely spaced cells. The solid matrix is composed of proteins and sugars. Cartilage smoothens bone surfaces at joints. So it is present in the bone joints. It smoothens bone surfaces at joints and is also present in the nose, ear, trachea, that is the air tube, and larynx, that is voice box. We can fold the cartilage of the ears but we cannot bend the bones in our arms. So think how these two tissues are different. Here you see, this is cartilage, hyaline cartilage. This is the matrix in which embedded the cell. See, these are the cells are present in fluid filled space called lacunae. These are the black dots which I have drawn here. These are actually the cells. So these loosely spaced cells which are present in this matrix. So this is cartilage. Areolar connective tissue is found between the skin and muscles, around blood vessels and nerves, and in the bone marrow. It fills the space inside the organs, supports internal organs, and helps in repair of tissues. So another connective tissue, areolar connective tissue. This is also called loose connective tissue, which is found between the skin and muscles, around blood vessels and nerves. It is also can be said as the filling tissue. This is areolar tissue. It has reticular fiber and collagen fiber. In this, the cells are present like mast cell, plasma cell, macrophage. So these are the cells embedded in this fibers. Now, where are fat stored in our body? Fat storing adipose tissue is found below the skin. So another connective tissue, adipose tissue, which is also can be said as fat tissue. It is found below the skin and between internal organs. The cells of this tissue are filled with fat globules. Storage of fats also lets it act as an insulator. So they store fat, and this fat provides energy while we are on starvation, and also lets it act as an insulator. So it provides energy while we are starving and also acts as an insulator. These are adipocyte or adipose tissue. These are the cells, adipocyte, which has, see the cell, this is the nucleus, whereas most part of this which is covered with fat globule, so it stores fat. Adipose tissue, these are the fibers in which these cells which are present. So today we have learnt different types of connective tissue. Thank you, children.